Hello. It feels like it has been a minute because I feel like it has. It's been approximately a month since I've done a public YouTube video. So this is going to be my May stuff. Not a whole lot happened in May. As I've mentioned in the past, I was the maid of honor in a wedding, and the bachelorette was in May. The bridal shower was like April 30th, and of course the wedding was June 4th. So I've been busy with other things and haven't really been doing my tarot things as much as I would like, or as much as I had in the past. But I did discover that I am missing it. So that is a relief. I was a little bit worried that, since I'm new to tarot, like November 2020-ish, I think. Yeah. And I have accumulated a lot of tarot things in that time. So I was a little bit concerned that I would have time away from it, and then I would realize that I'm okay with time away from it, and then I now have all these things and I have spent all this money. But that's not the case. I do miss doing it, and I miss doing YouTube videos, and I miss asking cards questions and just playing with my decks and whatever. So that's a relief. That is a huge relief for me. Let's get started with books. In case you didn't guess, the book I was reading in May and am still reading, we're up to June 11th now, is The Light is the New Black. But I am still loving it. I'm really actually I actually want to start a journal that I'm going to commit to some of these suggestions that she talks about journaling about in this book, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I am taking my time reading it. Like, I'm really absorbing. I just flipped right to it. There's ask the part of you that knows. So who are your heroes? What do they do for a living? What topic can you never get enough information about? What are you passionate about? What comes naturally to you? So all those kind of things. I do want to start like a journal. I am like slightly more than halfway through. So I've made like a little progress. I'm not going to lie. I was trying to power read through it so that I could do this video and tell you guys I finished it. But then, like I said, all these journaling sections came up and all these thoughtful moments happened. So I am taking my time with it. So that's okay. I will allow myself some grace because of that. The other thing I was kind of also half-assed reading was the cute little Lenormand guidebook. I took a huge break from reading this book, and I think it was a mistake because I kind of like got out of this mindset, and I was out of it for a good couple of weeks, if not more than that. And then when I tried to go back into it and started trying to read, continue on with the card readings, I couldn't remember the first chunks that I had read. So it was really silly of me to take the break that I did, even though it wasn't intentional. I kind of lost all the information that I had previously gathered from what I had already read. So that was a little bit disappointing on my end. I'm this far into it, so it won't be too difficult to go back and start again from the beginning. But I am trying to get into Lenormand, as I mentioned previously. So it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a while for me to get there, which is okay. I'm okay with that. The other thing that's not necessarily book related, but kind of more like planner related, I love the Happy Planner. I buy them all the time and then never use them. So I did buy another Happy Planner. This one starts in July of 2022. So it starts, even though this video is for May, I'm filming it in June. So it starts next month. So I am hoping to actually follow through. I have not all, of course not all, but I have a very large stack of the Happy Planner stickers that go with these. So it's my goal to use them up. So fingers crossed, hopefully hold myself accountable. We'll see. My sole purpose of purchasing yet another Happy Planner was to use up the Happy Planner products that I have. So we will see. Time will tell. Now, crystals. I did not obtain any crystals in the month of May. I bought some, but they didn't arrive until June, so they will be in the next month. However, I am down a crystal. This has never happened to me before. So this Sodalite tower, which I did talk about in one of my videos, I think I bought this Sodalite tower in January. It is gorgeous. The color blue, I bragged about the color blue. I was obsessed with it. Well, karma got me because look what happened. So here's our tower, right? Look at what happened. That's never happened to me before. So I wanted to talk about it because I don't know what to do. I mean, my initial thought was to super glue it back together. Then I thought, oh, is that like, I don't know. Is it a bad omen when a crystal breaks? I kind of feel like when a crystal breaks, you're supposed to get rid of it. Like it's fulfilled its purpose, even though I've only had it for a handful of months, like January to May. Now this piece doesn't even want to go back properly anymore. I don't know, maybe moisture got in it or something, but I am so disappointed. I mean, I could super glue it. You'd never even know. Let's try and keep it against my white shirt so you can see. You would never know. But I want to know what you guys do when a crystal breaks. Like, what am I supposed to do here? I'm devastated. I don't want to get rid of it. I mean, I can, like, the piece can come off and it can sit like this and you wouldn't even know the difference from this angle. I don't know. I'm quite devastated though. And what happened was my tripod that my phone is on right now, I went to put it away. It kind of gets stacked in this corner behind me. And the tripod fell and this crystal was right here. I doubt you can see that. But the tripod went bloop right on the crystal, right like it was meant to hit it, which is another reason why maybe I am meant to get rid of it. I don't know. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys do when that happens. Because I don't know. I'm at a loss here. I'm very sad. Next thing we can get on to, this one's going to be a nice quick little video, you guys. I got a Peggy cloth. I like to keep them on pant hangers. I've been on the market for a reading cloth for a very long time, one that I love. So this one is double-sided, as they are with Peggy. So this is the one side, this gorgeous purple. I'm an Aquarius. Purple is my jam. And the other side, I don't know if there's a right side up. I think there might be. Doesn't matter. Oh, can you hear the thunder? Hear that thunder. Anyway, this is the other side of it. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so beautiful. I love the colors of it. I'm obsessed with the moon, so I love that there's a moon, or there's several moons. There's moon phases, there's butterflies, there's dragonflies. This was a perfect purchase. And the fact that this is the color on the reverse side, chef's kiss. Hat off to you, Peggy. I love it. I wish I could be a wallpaper. I just love it. And that the fact that it's double-sided is brilliant. Now we're going to get on to decks, which is my favorite part of the video. Actually, before decks, I do want to mention one thing instead of leaving it to the end. Super quick. I started an Instagram account for this. It is coyote.tarot. It's a super baby account. I just started it like a week and a half ago, maybe. Yeah, about a week and a half ago. So I didn't want to use my regular Instagram account because my regular Instagram account goes back like to, oh my gosh, years and years and years ago. So I didn't want more thunder. I didn't want to change up the aesthetic. A lot of my friends also don't know that I do tarot. I wouldn't say that I'm in the closet, but I'm not like fully advertising that I read tarot. I don't do it professionally, as I've said before. So it is just something that I do for fun myself, but I'm still not ready to like fully throw that out there to my friends and family. So I started a new Instagram account and I'll be able to post photos and I don't know, somehow figure out how to advertise YouTube videos, which I don't know how to do at all, but that's there, coyote.tarot. Okay, now we'll talk about decks. So as I kind of teased in my last video, it had just arrived, I think the day I filmed April's video. I did purchase the Trionfi della Luna Illustrated Pips deck. So let's get that in there. And this is the image on the back, if you have it, if you know, you know. When I first saw this, I didn't love it. But the more I looked at it, the more I actually thought it was hilarious. So this deck, I'm also going to be doing a response to the tag deck FOMO. Is that what it is? I just kind of saw them last night, and this deck is going to be in there. But I had some questions. I did not do an unboxing of this deck because this is my first Patrick Valenza. I'm not a super fan of the Deviant Moon. I actually don't even really like the Deviant Moon, to be honest. So I didn't do an unboxing just because I felt like I wouldn't be doing it justice, and there are so many out there already. And as I stated, I can smell the rain. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. As I stated, I'm not a Patrick Valenza fan. This is my first Patrick Valenza deck. So if anyone knows, I'm pretty sure Death is the only major arcana card that doesn't say what it is at the bottom. You know, it's actually super dark in here because of the storm. So if any of you know why that is, let me know, because I was curious. But I think that's the same in all of his, well, the Trionfi della Luna. I have to go open those blinds because it just got so dark in here. And we're back. We're probably a little bit crooked because I 100% kicked the tripod on my way by. All right. So if anyone knows why the death card doesn't say anything, I'd love to know, just out of curiosity. So I also wanted to talk about a few cards in the deck. So the Tower card that I chose is just the typical Tower card. That's the one I'm going to be using and keeping in the deck. The other options for the Tower were, I think there's just two. I think it's just these two. So especially to begin with, I'm going to keep the regular one. The option I chose for Judgment was the regular, quote, typical one. The other options you had, or I think it's just one. Yeah, just one option. I don't mind this. I probably will frequently switch them up. Was this one. The option I chose for the star, again, was the typical traditional looking star. And the other option you had was the astronomer dude. Again, don't mind it. I think I probably will stick with the traditional star, just because it kind of does have that hopeful meaning to it more so than this guy here. The devil, this one was a hard choice. And the reason I chose to stick with the traditional devil imagery with this was because it's my first time using the deck. So I was like, okay, first time using it, I'm going to go with the traditional meaning. However, I did really enjoy the alternates. There are so many devil alternates, and I'll save the one I wanted, the one I like that was like really tripping me up. I'll save it to the end. So if you don't know, we've got lots of options. I don't know where I'm going here, folks. Lots and lots of options for the devil. And I love them all so, so much. But the one that I was like borderline switching to, and again, I probably will eventually at some point switch, is this devil card right here. I do really enjoy this one. So eventually it'll make its way in and the others will make its way out, will make their way out. But some notes with apparently a bunch of cards I wanted to make. I love this 9 of coins. I'm obsessed with it. Probably one of my favorite 9 of coins ever. There were talk of the 9 of cups because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 cups in this 9 of cups. And when I initially saw it, my first thought was that he ate the 9th cup. I mean, he's got this engorged belly, and I feel like it might kind of play on like the gluttonous reverse portion of this card. That was kind of like what I thought. The 8 of Swords. I don't love the 8 of Swords because to me, one of the imagery meanings in the 8 of Swords is that, you know, you can get yourself out of this bind. All you have to do is take the blindfold off and unpick some swords from the sand. This person is really in a bind. I mean, it's going to take a little more than that to get them out of it. So I don't hate it, but it wasn't ultimately one of my favorites. And lastly, I just wanted to talk about tattoos. I have tattoos. I have several tattoos. I'm a tattoo person. I wouldn't obviously get these tattooed because you need artist permission. But if I were to get that or think about getting that, this little guy up here, love him, her, it. I feel like that would be such a cute little tattoo idea that I saw it. So this is the 4 of Cups. Here's the full card in case you want to see it. I saw that and instantly was like, I would love to have that as a tattoo. And the other one I'd love to have as a tattoo is this little like lotus doohickey that we've got going on. Love it. I think it's adorable with our little guy inside the lotus. That'd be a great tattoo. Absolutely. Like immediately. I've never actually looked at a tarot deck before and been flipping through it and thought, oh, that would be a good tattoo. Never until this deck. So just how my brain works. There's that thunder. I am here for it. So that's the Trionfi della Luna that I pre-ordered, and it will be making another appearance in a future video. The other tarot deck that I got in the month of May is the Tarot Vampires by Ian Daniels. I've been wanting a vampire deck for a very long time. I hope that the light isn't reflecting off of it so you can't see what it is. Anyway, I've been wanting a vampire deck for a really long time, and the one I want is the Bohemian Gothic. Don't we all, though? I've heard that they're coming out with another edition of it. A, I don't know when that's going to happen. B, I'm terrified to see the price of it, to be honest. And the price is going to make or break that decision for me. I have a feeling it's going to break it, which will also break my heart. Because there's something about the Bohemian Gothic that I love. I don't love any other of their decks, really. I mean, I don't hate them, but they're not ones that I feel like I need to have. There's just something about the characters in the cards for the Gothic or Bohemian Gothic that, I don't know, it's calling to me. So in the meantime, this is what I ended up with. And the reason I purchased this was actually not even for the deck, although I do love the artwork. It was for the book. And this book I've heard phenomenal things about. First of all, the title, Phantasmagoria. I feel like that is a word I could just say. Phantasmagoria. It's such a fun word. I don't know. But I've heard this is a great book. I mean, it's a chunky monkey. It is not something I'm going to start reading anytime soon. It's not something I'm going to get into anytime soon because I have so many other things on the go. I want to learn Lenormand first. And Thoth is something I never actually wanted to learn. But here we are. And this tarot deck is Thothy from what I have seen and heard so far. So this will kind of be like my introduction to Thoth, without actually fully diving into Thoth, because I did kind of go down a YouTube rabbit hole with Thoth, and that was a lot. I was not expecting it to be that, I don't want to say different, but like also different. I don't know. So this deck, from what I've read online and what I've heard, read online, seen online, is that it's kind of a mix of RWS and Thoth. So the book and hopefully the cards will kind of be like a nice little introduction for me when I'm ready, when I get there. We'll see when that is. This is definitely a deck I do want to use in October because it's obviously a vampire deck and it has those kinds of feels. Side note, does this give anybody the movie The Crow vibes? That's what I totally think of when I first see this card, is the movie The Crow. I can't remember the actor's name, but he unfortunately passed away during filming. It was a similar incident with one of the prop weapons malfunctioning. What was his name? Anyway, someone will figure it out. My phone is filming me at the moment, so I can't Google it. But yeah, I do like the artwork. Not overly inclusive, sadly. So that was a little bit disappointing. Also, I get Lord of the Rings vibes. So anything Lord of the Rings, I'm here for it. The one thing that did really trip me up is when we get to the court cards. God, I am loving that thunder. I really hope that the camera is picking it up. Oh, I'm getting distracted looking at the imagery. Stop it. So the Lord of Scepters is on the horse, but like that's the king or something. Queen of Scepters, and then there's the Prince of Scepters, and that's the king? No. The prince is the knight? So I'm already screwed up. And then you have the daughter, which I'm guessing is the page, because the queen says queen on it. Yeah, so that kind of, in case you can't tell, that tripped me up a little bit. But again, it's not something I'm going to pick up at the moment. It's not something I plan on learning immediately. But this deck is right up my alley for the most part. And it's a nice October feeling deck. Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings. That's gotta be Lord of the Rings. Love it. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, so, and I have to stop looking at this because I'm totally forgetting that I'm filming a YouTube video and I'm just like in awe of the art. So that's it for decks. And I think that's it for the rest of what I did in May. I didn't make, aside from 2 decks, I didn't make any purchases. I actually lost a crystal, so that was a negative crystal there. I got my Peggy bag, Eric/Cloth, my Peggy Cloth Instagram account, and Happy Planner. There we are. That is May. Already have a couple things to add to June's video. 1 deck so far, and a couple crystals. Supposed to be in crystal jail. I'm supposed to be not buying, but I am also going to be doing, like I said, the hashtag deck FOMO. I'm pretty sure that's what the hashtag is. I'm drawing a complete blank, but I've seen 2 of them exactly 2 videos, and I was very intrigued by it. So I'm hoping to film that this weekend. When it's raining seems to be a good time, so maybe I'll do a quick little shirt change and film, since we're here, while we're at it. But that's that. I hope that you enjoy this content. I love watching everybody else's monthly videos, and I love to see, I didn't really work with any decks. I was going to say I love to see what decks people are working with. I didn't really. I kind of didn't really have time. Tarot definitely took a back seat for the month of May, which is unfortunate, but it's going to happen. It's life. You're going to go through these ebb and flows, and I was definitely busy in May and the first week of June as well. So I'm getting back into the swing of things, and hopefully, I actually haven't picked a deck for June yet. Not really, kind of, I don't know. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.